Hey guys, it's Nemo and welcome back to Crusader Kings 2. Now, last week we spoke about how one of the free patches that came through had allowed us to do great works, and I believe I have found how to do great works. Last week, 2 weeks ago, I wasn't quite sure, but just before we jump in, this is the current state of the map, and this is I love unbalanced games, but this is the only problem with unbalanced games. But sometimes they just go. It ends up becoming these great big blobs of empires. Now I know that there's not great massive blobs at the moment, but you can see the Byzantine Empire is quite large. The Holy Roman Empire is taken over there. The Bingarids in the middle. The Holy Roman Empire goes all the way up from Spain into Scandinavia. So this is the only problem with these types of games is this and Europa Universalis and Victoria 2, those sorts of games that have this unbalanced start dates, and I really like the unbalanced start dates, but once one AI component gets on a roll, they just get on a roll and everything else gets absolutely flat. I mean, look at our territory. We've got that England is our territory up here, and let's look at conquering Ireland and Scotland, because there's not much we're going to be able to do on the mainland, because it's just going to end up in this massive conflict that we may not win. So anyway, let's get into it. It's the House of Cerdicing, and the first thing we're going to do when we jump in is have a look at... Oh, is it going to let me in? Yep, good. Sometimes new patches and updates and stuff can corrupt old files. So we want to see the great works. Now we go here and see this button over here, great works button. So this character owns no great works, so we click on that, but I can't build great works in this county, but I believe I can in Paris, but I don't own Paris. So because I don't own Paris, I can't actually build a great work. So what you do is that button comes up when you own, the only two that I know of at the moment are Paris and Constantinople, so you can build the Hagia Sophia and Notre Dame. Unfortunately, this one hasn't come up. I wonder if it's also based on XP, not XP, on prestige. So if I've got over 5,000 prestige, we'll check it again a bit later. So that's how we do great works, but hopefully we can build one. I'd love to show you how we build one, and we can add the prestige to the House of Cerdicing. They've done pretty well so far. We've just got to keep them going. Now we've got about 300 years of the game left. If we can manage to get into... If we can survive the plague, that will be really good. Because I don't know what it is, but after you survive the plague, can't raise a levy there for some reason, people just seem to, the last part of the game, after the plague has been survived and everything's all good, the game is sort of, because it finishes in 1453, it sort of dies off a little bit. I can't really explain it. It's strange how that happens, but it just sort of, I don't know, takes the wind out of the game. It takes the wind out of the sails of the game. All right, we've got another daughter, so she can either be an alliance maker or a nun. Steward, Duke of Paris. Yeah, we want to get as many highborn or high-ranking officials on the council, the most powerful people, because you don't want them to rebel the way we've set it up. So if you want to know about the way we've set it up, it's in a previous video of how we allow the council a little bit of power, but we don't let them have too much power. Because once they've got too much power, you cannot do anything as the king, and it's really annoying. You're pretty much just a figurehead, sort of like what the Holy Roman Emperor became, a figurehead who didn't actually have any power at all. So Duke of Essex, Duke of Wessex. So we want one of the dukes. They'd be a lot more powerful. Essex. Wessex has only got that island, so let's go Duke of Essex. De jure claims on land. Okay, we might be able to attack France and get some land. I don't really want to attack the Teutons, but if they're going to be in the way, I just went there and got rid of that rebellion, so we'll go and get rid of another rebellion. If the Teutons are in the way, then we'll just move them off the peninsula. They've got plenty of land up in the north of Scandinavia, up there above Norway, Finland area. Okay, if there's revolts going on here, I'm going to just check my revolt map. Find a revolt risk. Okay, let's put the Marshal in there. Okay, court chaplain's dead, so now we need to find the Prince Archbishop. There he is. He's not very good at his job, only 3, but he's a powerful man. So get the Marshal. He's already so in Cumberland, eh? Okay. Which means that I must have put him there to stop revolts from heretics. Because, yeah, see? Fraticelli. So proselytize. There was a couple of Gwyneth as well. Gwyneth, yeah. Just don't want to have to keep coming back and stopping revolts when I'm trying to get ready to go to war with France and take some land. Okay. Sophia Scotland. It's my daughter. Okay, yep, that's good. So how many men does France have? We got 21,000 and France has 1,000. Okay, we can do this. We can probably do this with only our retainers. Okay, we can't at the moment because we have a peace treaty with them, so we'll just leave that for the moment. I mean, there's plenty of territory here, the French lands that we want to claim, and then we'll have to start moving into Austrasia a bit later on. But let's see if we can get some Irish land. I think we did this in the last episode, so it's probably a truce as well. Yep, truce there. Okay, what about these guys? Which is the Cashel Island. Okay, ooh, forced vassalization. Let's do that. Right, let's force vassalization of Ireland. Let's raise our levies. Let's get the ships down. We'll get these levies as well. Meet at York. Those 150 blokes can go home. Okay, so what do we got? Okay, so the Cashel Island is the north and north of Ireland as well. North of Ireland, north of Scotland. Okay. We don't need this many men to win the war, but let's just make sure of it. So forced vassalization here, that'll be good. What we might do after that is revoke his crown and make it a viceroyalty if I can, because then probably just destroy it actually. Destroy the title. Give the lands in Scotland over to the Scottish. They're our vassal, aren't they? Sophie's our vassal. Is she a viceroy? No, she's a queen, but we may be able to revoke that title and make it a viceroyalty. You'll have to check the laws of the kingdom. Okay, my eldest son, wanting to be a warrior king. Okay, nearly got these guys vassalized. And considering it's not actually a crown, you know, it's a created crown by the computer there, we will destroy Decashel Island. But the House of Carling, which is related to Charlemagne, we will allow them to keep their land, just not that crown title. Okay, Court Tudor, Anglo-Saxons, we want a really good, yeah, he can do her convert. Okay. Right, he's our vassal now, so that's our land. The Pope has just formed an alliance against us. See if we can just vassalize this guy, offer vassalization, send a gift, offer vassalization, no, fine. Can we go to war with him? I don't think so. Declare war, because we've got levies raised. Okay, that's alright. We'll get him in a minute. These guys belong to Ireland. Okay. So, the House of Carling, they're nearly dead anyway. Look at that, running out of people. Revoke. Can't because we've just had a truce with him. Yep. Okay, so we can't do that yet. We can usurp the Kingdom of Ireland though. We'll usurp that. Nice. Now I'm the Lord of the Irish. Kingdom of Ireland. Okay, it must be... it's gavel kind, it's not primogenitor. Damn it. Which means I can't destroy that title, but I can make it, hopefully. Yeah, viceroyalties, kingdoms, yep. Oh, I've got to hope that everyone votes for me, right. Let's buy some favours. Yep, 1, 2, 3, plenty of money. And 4, that'll secure the deal. Nice, nice, okay, now let's call in those favours so that they... oh, I can't call him, he's already under a favour, that's annoying. Ah, that... calling council support, there's 1. And I can't get it on him, so we've got 2. See if we can get... where's our advisor? Did he say no? No, he's going to say no to kingdom royalties. Let's buy a favour. Nope. Okay, he's just been a pest. Alright, it's likely that this isn't going to work because... yep. I only had 1 vote, but that's okay. It's okay. We will go back to that in another couple of years. And we will get it next time. Alright, so now that we have the Irish throne, we should be able to vassalize most of these areas now. Court chaplain, we want Prince Archbishop, there he is, of Kent. Now the only problem with these is that, yep, see we've still got some Nahua in here that we're trying to get rid of. Offer vassalization, No, he doesn't want it. Right, let's declare war. Ah, council. Okay, so my council's been annoying at the moment. Now, this is the problem with having a council on without actually having the absolute authority. If you don't have the absolute authority, it can make it tough because you can't just make decisions on your own. And considering the council are just mucking around at the moment and not actually doing... Okay, it's going to take war, I think. I don't like the fact that I'm Anglo-Saxon. Alright, so that's going to take a little bit longer than I had hoped, but now that I've got the Irish crown, I should be able to vassalize, and if I can't vassalize, I have the option to go on de jure wars, which is good. That means that all this in the next number of years will be our land. So once France, maybe I should revoke Paris, live there as well. What lands have I got? See, I don't want the Irish land. This one here. Who's in charge over here? Okay, so these guys are all under different dukes, different... Right, so let's get another lord. Invite a noble to court. What we're going to do is we're going to give him the land around Lane. And then we're going to transfer the vassalage to the Prince Archbishop. Right. Oh, so the Prince Archbishop's got a lot of land in Ireland. Okay. Getting quite strong, but if you keep him happy and keep him on your side, you should be okay. So we're going to lose the Irish crown to one of my sons if I die before I can change it. But if I can create viceroyalties and then hand off the title as a viceroy, the viceroy will come back to the emperor. It's unfortunate I can't build a great works at the moment. That was why I decided to do a video today, because I found out how to do it. I thought it would be good to... Oh, hang on. Okay, it's going to let me. Let's rule a statue, or let's build a grand fortress. So we'll wait until we got 1850. Okay, so it's going to let us. Good, good. So that's how you do it. You just click down there. We'll build a super castle to Novgorod. Where do I want to go? I don't want to land in Novgorod. Maybe I'll pledge to the Crusade, get the piety, but not actually go. Okay, maybe I'll send a handful of men. So what we can do is we can select a beneficiary. Steward of Khan. Wessex. Marshall of Norfolk. Okay, so what we want to do is use an operate here from the Knights, Santiago. Because then I'm not going to lose my own territory. So when you get a beneficiary, you don't want anyone in here who's going to take territory away from you. Okay, so we've got enough territory at the moment. Let's build our, money. Alright. For some reason we can't. Great work will cost 22 years and improve keeps level greater equal for 4. Okay, what do we got? Let's have a look. Improve keeps level 4, there we go. Okay, so we need to make sure that we keep making money. We've got a pretty good economy going, so we should be able to finance that fortress. Yep, let's build a grand fortress. And there we go, we start, and then you've got these available things that you can add onto it. So you've got armories, watchtowers, vaults, moats, hidden passageways, inner garden, dueling room, torture chamber. Oh, there's a couple of levels of torture chamber there. Okay. Nice. Alright, so this will be our grand fortress. And then we upgrade it afterwards. Okay. Bjornos. Okay, do nothing for the moment. No, I don't want to. Inviting courtiers takes up money, and you don't want to have people just coming in and taking money out of here. Another child. Oh, she's got a hair lip, poor kid. Faith. So we'll have our France. We're trying to get rid of that culture. Breton. Right, so why is that there? So there must be a town maybe? Yeah, I see a couple of these. Are they Nahua or are they? Yep, they are. Okay. Have some cleansing to do. Let the Anglo-Saxons rule. Okay. How many? Okay, 24. Is my warrior status, so I should be a pretty good jeweler. Okay, let's go to Novgorod. Let's raise the levies. We'll put these guys, send them home again, 150 blokes. So we'll get all our soldiers from here. We'll go to York, then what we'll do is we'll raise the fleet levies. Probably didn't have to raise my own, the fleet levies would have been fine. And we'll send them to York. And we probably won't make it in time. Okay. So that's not a good trait. That's not a good trait. That's a good trait. Shrewd. And he's sick, so I won't be able to marry while he's sick. Okay. Yeah, we'll send a polite request to try and get that guy to stop his factionalism. What was I going to do? Have a look at these ambitions, but there's no ambitions available. So I wouldn't mind being able to create another bloodline. That'll be cool. We've got... How many have we got? Bloodlines. Just the one. Okay. Alright, into the ships. And off to Novgorod. Papal states have land here, eh? Okay, a lot of papacy's got a lot of land up here. Okay, let's go to... I can't get the ships in there right here. You can get long ships through there, but you can't get cogs or anything through there. Alright. Okay. Not attacking there. Come on. Assault. No, we don't. Not looking for anything at the moment. Child has education. Yep. Diplomacy is always good. Right, let's see if we can get this guy married off. Ooh, Queen of Valencia. Right. We'll find someone who's diplomatically good for him. She's good, she's shrewd, she's deceitful, and she's got cancer. Genius. Nice. Craven, stubborn, charitable. Charismatic negotiator. Ambitious, deceitful. Okay, we're gonna go with Gisela. Yep. Now, what's this guy want? Decline. Okay, so my daughter, she was the, who's the Duke, I think. The King of Decashel Island. Okay, so we can probably revoke that title now. Ah, see. Whisper's too old now. Duke of Longobardia was 13. Grand Prince of Novgorod. So that will be here. I think I might just put her into a nunnery. Or take the vows. Yeah. Bit too old. Plus has her child, which means that she's not going to be. He's club-footed. Yeah, unfortunately, once the woman has a child and is, who did that go to? The papacy. Okay, so the Pope took Novgorod himself. Yeah, look how much territory the Papal States have now up here. Eesh, heaps. As I was saying, once the woman's a little bit too old and they've got a child, they get turned back a lot. It's just the nature of the times. Okay, let's go home to England. We've got a war that we want to start. It's France. Which they should be, we should be able to get shut. Okay, advisor, King of Scotland. Yeah, the King and Duke. King of Scotland, alright. Now let's see. Before we go to war with France, see if we can get some of these up here. It's got 2,000 men. Okay, let's force vassalization up here. We can get an ambition. Can we create a bloodline? No, okay, because we need 5,000 prestige before we can start creating a bloodline. So let's get this war here going, and that will probably be it at the moment. No, I can't. Alright, so for the next video then, let's see if we can finish claiming as much of Scotland and Ireland as we can, because that'll be good in building up our empire. I mean, if we don't have to worry about our backyard anymore, then we can purely concentrate on France and beating Austrasia. So, not too bad. We've got our great works coming along. As you can see here, Grand Fortress, it's not nowhere near built yet. How many years has it been? So it's got a while. It's got quite a while. But anyway, that's how you build Grand Fortresses. So another crusade done. Unfortunately, we didn't get any land out of it, but we have got another crown, which is Ireland. And we'll be able to push now into Ireland, which will be great. More land, hopefully more power. The thing with more land is that you've got to start juggling things around a bit more. So if we can get kingdom viceroyalties as well, that'll be great, because then we can change the power with certain people. Anyway guys, thanks for joining me, and stay safe out there.